Hey woodcutters, Topsaw here. Today's project is going to be a skills board. You want to pause the video right here and copy this down in your notebook. I'll go over a few of the ideas in this drawing, and then we're going to go to the shop and make this using the table saw, the chop saw, the bandsaw, the drill press, to be able to draw a plan and then cut a board to measure to those plans. So first thing is you always have a title block. You always have your name in it. You title what the project is. The unit, so if I have units in my title block, I don't have them in my drawing. This is drawn not to scale, so that's important to note. And then the material it's made out of. So this skills board will be 3/8 inch OSB, a scrap from siding my house or shear walling my house. This right here, the overall board is 11 3/8 long by 3 3/4 wide. So I cut that rectangle first and then mark out the cutout here, the hole cutout, the 45, and the rounded corner. This notation right here, this is a circle with a diameter of 1 inch. That is 2 inches in from the side and 1.5 down from the top. This is a 45. I need one more measurement on top there that I'll add in. And then this radius, this corner, is a 1 inch radius. And then that's the center of it. So you measure 1 inch in from the bottom, 1 inch from the side, put an X, and then draw a compass radius off of that cross mark right there. The missing measurement was 10 inches on top. You don't need a measurement here because this is a 45. So if you cut that 45, you'll be able to figure out what this is. So go ahead and pause the video here, draw out this plan, and then we'll go out in the shop. Here's my 3/8 inch OSB. I'm going to rip to width first, which is 3 3/4. I set my fence on that. I have my glasses on. I don't use this tool until I've been trained on it. And there's no surfacing on this lumber before I start because this is manufactured lumber, so it's already all squared and plain. So let's go ahead and rip. Now that I'm ripped to 3 3/4, now I'm going to mark 11 3/8. Using a tape and a pen, start at the end, I come down to 11 3/8. I'll just use a Sharpie so you could see it, but you should be using a sharp pencil. Put that mark in the middle of the board because I'm going to use the chop saw to cut it. I'm over here on the chop saw, remembering this is a board I'm keeping. This is my scrap. My blade is on this side of the line. And then that's what I'm starting with right here. Next, I need a combination square, a sharp pencil. I'll use a Sharpie. Here's my board stock. Let me double check it. It is 11 3/8 by 3 3/4. I'm going to cut that 45 there. I come 10 inches down, and then this is what I'm cutting off. Next, I'm going to use my combination square. I'll just set this to an even increment. So I'm going to set it right on 3, say. And then find my radius. I'm going to come 1 inch in and mark. I'm going to come up 1 inch as well this way and mark. There's the center of my radius in that corner. Next, I have that bandsaw cut out right here. So I'm going to go up 1/2 inch using a combination square. Measure 1/2. Then 2.5 down this way. Remember, I'm set at 3 exactly on my combination square. So there's 2.5. I'll go back, mark that in. Again, X is the material coming out right there. So I got that bottom corner, that radius, that 45. Next, I got to mark that 1 inch hole right here. For that 1 inch hole, I'm 1.5 down and 2 inches over. So you heard it before, measure twice, cut once. Let's go over to the miter saw and cut that 45. At the miter saw, here's my mark for my 45. Blade's on that side of it. Hands are far from the blade. Don't reach for scraps, knock it out. I could still see my mark right there. Over to the bandsaw. Safety has to be job number one. Don't use any of these tools till you've been trained. Make sure you have your safety glasses on. Go slow, think out your process. For the CNC router, you need a paper drawing to work off of. You're gonna create your geometry in Mastercam like that. You go up to tool path and you tool path it up here. Cut inside the hole and outside the board. You're gonna run your animation in an isometric view, making sure it cuts a hole first, and then the board out, beautiful. And then you convert all that information into G code. So that's the code that actually gets run out on the computer, out in the shop.